So to begin, very largely on a blank, whether it be side or new piece of paper, I want you all to draw an egg shape with the smallest part at the bottom. So draw an egg shape on your paper. And then after you draw an egg shape, I want you to go ahead and put a line right down the center. If it's not exact, it's okay. Put a line right down the center of your egg shape. The line that you put right down the center of an egg shape is the vertical line. The next line we're going to make is a horizontal line. And if ever you guys get messed up with which is which, think of the horizon where the water meets the sky. That's your horizontal line, okay? So horizontal, right down the middle of your egg shape. So you have basically an X, and my shape got a little, okay? So basically you have an X over an egg. Now, the next thing you need to mark off is the eyes, okay? Now the eyes, placement is a hard thing, so we're gonna take care of that. Your eyes are eyeballs. The eyeballs that you have at this moment in time are the same eyeballs that you had when you were born. Eyeballs do not grow. Everyone's eyeballs are the same. They're just different colors. And the only thing that distinguishes what our eyes look like is how the skin wraps around your eyeball. That's it. So when people get older, like the one on the left that I had in the warm-up, the skin starts to sag and the eyes become a different shape. When people are young, when they're bright and young and a baby, that we say that they have bright eyes, they have bigger, we can see more of their eyeball because the skin is really tight around their eyes. It's not loose. So, eyeballs. You can fit 5 eyeballs across the human head. So what I want you to do is just draw the appropriate size that will fit across the head. I want you to draw 5 eyeballs. And mine are completely imperfect, and yours can be too. I don't know why mine are so bad, but they're pretty bad. It's okay. All right. 5 eyeballs across the human head, and you should not be able to fit more than 5.
Ooh.
Only 5. So you have to adjust the proportion of the circle based on the size of your face. So 5 eyeballs across that head. Okay? The next thing I want you to do is look at something. From here to here is the same as from here to here. Your eyes are in the middle of your head, okay? Look at my head. Here's my head. Here's my eyes. Here's my eyes. They're in the middle, aren't they? Yeah. Everybody always puts the eyes right up here when they draw people. The eyes are in the middle of the head. You don't just draw the face when you draw the human head because everybody's face is different. I'm looking at Crispina. She has her hair back and her forehead is quite long. It is. And on the other end of the spectrum, mine is quite small.
Ooh.
Like at one point in time, my eyebrows like meet my hairline. You know what I mean? So if we just draw the face, that wouldn't be right. We have to draw the whole head. Everybody's forehead is different. That's why we draw the head, okay? So the eyes are in the middle. My eyes are in the middle of my head, all right? My nose is in between my eyes and my chin. Okay? Do you see it? All right, so halfway between the eyes and the chin, I want you to make another horizontal line. That's where the nose goes. Oh, your circles are way better than mine. Okay, now here's my nose. Here's my chin. My mouth is right in the middle. Okay? Let's make another line in between where the nose goes and the chin. All right. Now, the nose hits right about the end of the eye, the inside end of the eye. So I'm making a dotted line where the nose goes. The mouth, now you can check me, see if I'm right. Here's the center of my eye, right? Here's the end of my mouth. They line up? Okay? So here's the center of my eye. There's where my mouth ends. Now, everybody is different. This is an egg shape. This is not the shape of a face. We go and make it better later, okay? So, some people, their nose will expand further than that. Some people, their nose will be slimmer than that. I'm just giving general rules. And by the time I get done drawing this, chances are this face will resemble mine because we tend to draw things that look like us. We just tend to do that. Da Vinci did it when he did the Mona Lisa. When you transpose the Mona Lisa onto Da Vinci's face, they're incredibly alike, okay? All right, so now we're gonna do a couple other things because we always do we're gonna start drawing things, but we always do the eyes last because the eyes take the most amount of time. We spend all of our time on the eyes, and if they're not in the right place, there's no sense in spending all that time doing it, okay? So, let's go ahead and get the neck in. What is this? Right here? Is that my neck?
Yeah.
How high up does it go? Oh, up to here? Is it right here and goes down? Oh. So, this doesn't look right, does it?
No.
Okay? All right, so let's get the neck right in here, right off the face. I want a neck
Doesn't look right.
that is going to support that head, okay? Okay, now I want you guys to do something else for me. I'll just show you. Here's the top of my ear, right? If I go like this, it meets my eye. It's about the corner of my eye.
No, mine completely.
Here's the bottom of my ear, and if I go like this, it meets my mouth. So my eye is from here my ear is from here to here. Okay? The ear doesn't start here, that's the top of my ear. So let's get some just janky little ears in there. I'm gonna start it here, go up, let it come in, and come down to my mouth. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and we're going to do the nose first. So my nose, I know that when you guys look at me, you can see inside my nostrils. I'm looking for someone with a long nose.
Oh,
Do you have a long nose?
no, maybe.
Yours? No, you have a nice medium nose. I'm looking for a long, skinny nose. No, yours turns up a little bit. The reason I'm looking for a long, skinny nose is because it makes a difference how you draw it. Alfego. Let me see. Alfego. This is. Yes. A Mylan. I'm going to use her nose as an example. Because a Mylan's nose is totally different than my nose. Do you see the point of my nose? It's right here. This is the little ball of my nose. Mylan's, do you see how hers is lower? That's how you make it look like a nose. We draw the little point of the nose first. So if I'm drawing a Mylan, I'm gonna put the ball of her nose lower than I put mine. So that means if I was drawing her nose, I would probably put that little ball right in here and then come up for the nostrils, right? If I'm drawing my nose, that doesn't work. I'm gonna put it up here and I'm gonna be able to see in my nostrils more. That's the difference in noses. And then the width of your nose is all in shading. And value is what we're working on next because you cannot draw the human face without value. There are no lines in my face. There's no lines in my nose. There's no lines in my lips. There's no lines in my eyes. It's all shapes. Okay? So value is what gets it done. And then that line is the center of your mouth. So when you're drawing someone, you figure out what the center of that mouth does. Does it go up in the corner? Does it go down in the corner? What does it do? You figure out what that mouth does, and then you figure the shape of the top lip and how big the bottom ones are. I just discovered something. That's more better. Isn't it a good thing I didn't draw that nose because it was in the wrong place? Okay, now we get into the fun part, the eyes. We have to figure out how the eyelid wraps around the eye. So I start by making a tear duct because that's that mucous membrane right there. That's not an eyeball. That's what holds the eyeball in our head, okay? So I make a tear duct on each one, and guess what I do? I line those tear ducts up right together, okay? Now I figure out next how that's, oh, do you know why we did, you can fit 5 eyes across the human head. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's why we did that. I forgot to tell you that part, sorry. Okay, so you just don't count the face, we count the head. The head's out here. My head ends right here. So if my head ends there, they all fit, okay? So I get the tear duct, then I figure out how the eyelid wraps around the eye, and I figure that part out. If the person is older, it's gonna be lower. If the person is younger, it's gonna be higher. You see the difference? So just by doing that and knowing that, you get everything in the right place. And then you can go ahead and you can start drawing. And now you can go ahead and put the hair on.
Is band practicing?
Focus.
Sorry.
Okay? And everything should be in the right place. I feel like my eyes are too close, but okay, you can stop.